Start. Sure. Hi, everyone. I am Christine, the CEO and co-founder of Imagine Chat. When my daughter Anna was 3, she became a big sister, and that came with a lot of big emotions. During these emotional times, I was often very busy, obviously with her little sister, and didn't really know what to do or even say in these moments. And let's be honest, who hasn't experienced something similar? It's critical for kids to have a safe and comforting person to share and explore their emotions with, someone who's always readily available. So it got me thinking, who could that person be? Who is safe and beloved by parents and kids of all backgrounds? Who unifies us as humans unlike anyone else? Characters. Fairy tale and superhero characters are universal and they transcend generations. We tested a proof of concept pilot on a select group of families, and what we found was that when kids were given this opportunity to interact with the characters, to vent to or celebrate with, they became incredibly engaged. Through a FaceTime-style video call, Imagine Chat's mobile app is helping kids explore their emotions in a way that's meaningful and impactful. But best of all, it's on-demand entertainment. Imagine Chat uses responsive skill-building dialogue that promotes emotional exploration, providing kids with an outlet to share their highest highs and everyday lows with someone they believe is live and in front of their screen. Think visual chatbot. It's an app that parents find immediately valuable for their child's development and entertainment. We'll be featuring familiar characters who are in the public domain, such as Cinderella, as well as our own original characters and seasonal rotating characters. The app itself will be available for parents to purchase as a monthly subscription. The market potential here is significant. Just in the US alone, there are over 32 million kids between the ages of 3 and 7. Similar startups such as ABC Mouse yield an average of 2.5 million monthly visitors. Our growth plans include character expansion, building out a suite of characters who will grow and adapt with the kids as they get older, as well as potential joint partnerships with Disney and Marvel. In addition to D2C, we plan on partnering with institutions such as autism centers and primary schools. We've had several discussions with industry leaders who are very excited to pilot programs at their various institutions. Our founding team is composed of stalwarts in early childhood development, including our CTO, David, who has 10 plus years of experience in the growing and scaling of startup technology. Our COO, Gerta, who is an M&A executive, a mom, and an entrepreneur. And myself, I'm a mom, an entrepreneur, and an attorney. So why are we doing this? What's the point? Because we're parents whose own kids triggered the need and the want for the app. Can you imagine a world where every "I'm too busy right now" turned into an "I'm listening" for an entire generation? Imagine that. Thank you.
Awesome. So the ask, do you have an ask?
Well, right now we are building out, or we are done building out our MVP, and we are in our beta testing in about 2 weeks. And beyond that, we're just looking to connect with venture capitalists and go from there. So,
yeah. Hi, I
Hi.
have a question. So
Sure.
I'm a mom.
Sure.
I also have a daughter who resonates with Breath of the Wild, the characters in Breath of the Wild. So
Sure.
she used that as her way to deal with emotion. So I understand the market really well, at least from the user perspective, the parent perspective.
Sure.
But I just want to know, I mean, I know it's a short pitch, but have you talked to psychologists? Have you talked to, I know depression and anxiety is a lot, really prevalent, not at those ages, but it escalates. So can you talk a little bit about, like, do you have an advisory board with psychologists? I know you have a little bit of, and then also, can you also talk about, like, how are you going to onboard users? What's your go-to-market strategy?
Sure. I'll start with the go-to-market really quick because that's easier to answer. Go-to-market will be targeting millennial parents through social media ads, influencer marketing, and app store optimization. Beyond that, so our advisory board currently, we do have a social worker who helped put our scripts together. So this is a scalable business model. So again, like the AI appears to be live to the child. This also, though, is not a therapeutic or diagnostic tool. This is more so in the realm of you watch Daniel Tiger, and the lessons you gain from that are, embedded within you as a child. So we're starting this in the foundational years, again, like from the ages of 3 to 7, where these emotions are really beginning and starting, and where they're really learning how to identify them. But yeah, beyond that, we are not therapeutic or diagnostic. Hopefully in the future we may be, but as of right now, we're more so in the realm of let's give kids an outlet and someone to just talk to and vent to, or hey, I scored a goal at soccer today. I want to tell Cinderella about it. So
I was on the original product team at Chuggington, which is on the Disney Channel, and,
sure.
and I did a lot of analysis on the morals and values of each of the episodes, so I'm really familiar with this.
Yeah.
How do you regulate what's acceptable to a parent in terms of like the dynamics, because it could be liable, so how do you cover your liability?
That's a great question. So liability, we do have our team of attorneys. Again, myself and Gerta are both attorneys as well, but we do have our privacy attorneys, our IP attorneys, and our business attorneys managing all of that on the liability end. But when the kid, so it is a responsive and dialogue, right? So the child says something, the AI says something back. So the way we're managing all of that is by having specific outputs for the character to say, to kind of gear the conversation back. And we are working again with our attorneys on the privacy end of things to make sure that we can, or like the things that they are saying, what our liability is on that end.
And I'm more than happy to talk to you afterwards.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
That brings up a question I have. How are you going to manage, like, when kids start to ask about sexuality, or what happens if someone says something's going on? Like, where are the triggers along the way for safety?
Sure. So we have something set up that we call, not funny because it's not funny, but an Amber Alert, because we just got like 3 of them. But we have Amber Alert system set up, and we are hopefully planning on having, again, that kind of ties in with our privacy laws. So what exactly will trigger specific words and outputs, and when do we notify the parents of that? Is that?
Well, parents or authority.
Or authority, exactly, right, exactly, but I don't know.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Please look.